Forgetfulness, mood swings, wrinkles, all the symptoms of that silent passage. We're talking about, yes, of course, menopause. And the hit show Menopause The Musical is stopping by this week in town. It's at the Warner Theater for a week of shows.
All right, here with us this morning, two people who are playing on stage. The director is Seth Greenleaf. You're kind of behind stage, right? Yes. Actress Patty Gardner, who got a kick out of that, is on stage. How are you guys doing? Thanks for being here.
Good. We're great. Thank you.
So where does the material come from as a director? Hot flashes?
I go through menopause once a night.
Yes, you do.
Once a night. It's called The Show, right?
It's called The Show.
Birthing that show.
Jerome Robbins wasn't technically in a gang, but he did West Side Story, and I always say that to people. I don't compare myself to him, but you don't have to go through menopause to direct it. Luckily, I have wonderful actors, and they have guided me through the process.
Yes, he does. He really does.
This is such a kind of an odd topic for a musical. I know the show's about, what, 10, 11 years old? It's been on stage for a while.
Yeah.
But who originally came up with this concept?
Jeannie Linder's the author. She's a brilliant woman, and she used to write parody songs in college. And she was going through menopause, and she felt like it was an experience that needed to be shared with the world because there's 11 years ago, it was a darker subject. People wouldn't mention it. It didn't have Menopause the Musical to kind of poke fun at it. So she apparently got very drunk one night. She went back to her parody songwriting roots, and she kicked out this little musical that opened in an 86-seat theater in Orlando and has been running and been seen by 11 million people since.
So now we're allowed to laugh at it, right?
No, you can laugh.
I hope you'd be laughing at it before all
it's
of
very
this,
healing.
right? I mean, because what other hopes did you have other than sweating it up and killing your partner, right?
Absolutely. Misery loves company.
Well, Patty, you don't look like you've touched menopause yet.
Oh, do I have to admit that I have? Yeah,
Your choice.
I have.
Your choice.
No, for sure I have.
So did you go through it before you were cast in this?
Actually, during.
During. So there's the material right there.
Still somewhat. Yeah.
Oh, well.
So I'm there. I live it and I perform it.
Singing and dancing on stage, and I'm just hot from that.
Exactly.
See, I'm just getting overheated.
Yeah, I'm a method actor.
So you've been doing the show, Bonnie, for 10 years. Amazing.
Yeah,
and
on and off for 10
your
years.
character is a soap star dance captain?
Well, she's a soap star. I also am the dance captain.
Oh,
but yes, I play the soap star, the aging soap star. Who's having a real hard time dealing with the changes physically that she's going through. You know, each character, we're sort of iconic characters. We don't have names, but we have iconic titles.
She was always the ingenue in the show, and then suddenly they've brought in a younger girl.
Ooh,
there you
drama.
go.
Yes, and that's, you know, one of the hard parts for the soap star. But, you know, we also have the Earth Mother, we have a professional woman, we have the Iowa housewife, and all of them, you know, have to go through a little arc during the show of discovery and how to deal with aging and changing.
What do you think people learn the most from the show? Yeah, there's comedy, but what do you think? If a husband hasn't been around a wife that's gone through it yet, what are they in for?
I think the biggest thing about Menopause the Musical is that it's an opportunity to look where we've come from. You know, these are parodied songs, so they're all 60s, 70s, and 80s songs that have a hook that is great for people who are going through menopause, and also, you know, where we are and where we're headed. You know, there's a chance to celebrate where we've been.
And as a male over here, as the director, what have you learned through the characters on stage, how you should act around a woman with menopause?
Well, you don't have to act any differently around them, but you have to, you know, respect them that it's sort of in its own way a rite of passage. They have gone through a new phase of their life. A lot of times, timing-wise, the kids are now growing up, and a lot of women are returning to what they started out wanting to do in the world. And they finally had this new space in their life to say, okay, you know, I've raised kids, I've gone through this, I've dedicated my life to my family. Now, what do I want to do in the next phase of my life? And we find that rings true with the ladies that come and see the show. There's a celebration to it.
Are the audiences like filled with women?
Mostly
Especially
women,
of a certain age?
Yes, for sure. But men come, and they have a great time. And men have had wild comments. There was one guy who approached me after the show, and I'll never forget this. What did he say? He said, it's a little sad, but he said, I would not have divorced my wife had I seen this show.
Oh, wow.
And I was kind of blown away by it. He said, I really had no idea that some of these experiences were normal, that she wasn't crazy, she was going through something.
He just thought she was a real you-know-what.
That's what he thought.
It works.
Yeah, we have, and that's why we print up shirts like this. We have
what
some
do they
gifts
say?
for you. you. You know.
Be aware of mood swings. I love it.
I
love it.
And we have here a nightshirt for you too.
Hot.
So hot. You know, we just
Perfect.
try to help them embrace the change.
That is great. So it's an educational experience.
Yes, absolutely.
And a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of fun.
So it takes place in a department store?
Yes, Bloomingdale's.
And there's a bonding among
There
the main
is.
characters in the
These
show?
are
in
four
the lingerie
very
department?
Yes. Fighting over a black lace bra. That's how it starts.
That stuff can go down. You just never know.
Exactly.
You just never know, especially when moods are involved. I read something about you that I thought was very interesting, and I want to get to this before we have to go. But you've got your hands in a lot of stuff. Both of you have such great experience. But reading this, first of all, you've worked with Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
And I want to talk to you for like 20 minutes about that, so you have to stick around.
Great.
But you're also producing a documentary on the National Gay Flag Football League.
Yeah.
First of all, I never knew there was one, so talk to us about this.
It's wild. These guys are incredible athletes. Some of them are former pro players, high school, college All-Americans, and they were gay, and they started a league, I want to say about 7 or 8 years ago in Los Angeles and New York. And for many of them, it's the first time that they actually play as themselves, as identified gay men when they play. And so I kind of went in very skeptical, saying, gay guys playing sports, how good are they? They're animals. I mean, they are animals. They play in a national gay bowl once a year, guys from all over the country. And the story is fascinating, and we're in the early stages of post-production, but it's really compelling.
Very interesting. I'm sure you're going to have a lot of eyes on that one.
Oh, yeah. It sounds like they have something to prove in a way.
They really do, and they play that way.
Yeah.
And Patty, congratulations on 33 years of marriage. Is that right? That's what I have here.
34.
34.
That might be a little old.
Congratulations.
Congratulations to both of you.
And 2 grown children.
Thank you. I do.
Children
I
as
have,
well?
Yes.
Even though you're on the road all the
I
time,
have
that's
twin
got to be hard to
girls
manage.
Well, they're grown.
Yeah, but all those years probably.
I really didn't leave home until they were
They were
much
grown.
older, so
Okay.
I worked at
You
home.
worked it out.
Yeah. I worked
All right, so the Warner Theater is the place?
Yes,
and it
Wednesday
starts
through
Wednesday,
Sunday.
And we can get tickets
Absolutely.
at the box office?
Absolutely.
And
And
a
we're
ticket
also-
Come see us. It's a
We're
blast.
partners with Ovarian Cancer. If you use the code TEAL, every ticket, $5 goes back to the National Alliance for Ovarian Cancer.
Right.
Code word teal. Seth
Teal.
and Patty,
Great
good to see
idea.
you.